Hello guys, this is Busy in Asia. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sergey and right now I'm in China. I have come back 2 days ago and I'm in a city which is called Nanshan in Jiangxi province, and it is only 16 minutes drive away from the Wuhan quarantine zone where the virus has the hugest spread.
样子知道了蛮好的，不要像咱口头的。看不见咱口头。
一定要做到。我希望大家能够提高认识。 这是一个政治任务。
别个电视那里报道的可怕多了，蛮多。他们医生出来的估计大概有10万人。我们今天那里。
Oh, let me take the mask. There are not many people around. There are no people around actually, so I think it's safe. You know, the recent virus spread has a great influence on media, and it is a really crazy topic today. Why? First of all, even today the statistics is quite impressive. There are 4,500 people are infected, around 7,000 people are suspected to have the virus. Then 100 people died already and 60 people only are cured. So Wuhan surrounding area is locked down for quarantine, and I'm here in Nanshan, Jiangxi province, which is not locked down yet, but the rumors are that is going to be locked down too. Here, this is the place actually which is very close to Wuhan quarantine zone, and a couple of villages in our province are locked down too by today. This topic is crazy and much attention is on the topic today, mostly because people have fear of this new coronavirus. This video might be interesting for those who recently live in China, or those who live in Hong Kong or Taiwan, maybe, or even for people who live out of China, because now there are many other countries are affected by the virus, and virus has a spread in such countries like Vietnam, Thailand, South Korea, Japan, Malaysia, so Nepal, so some countries actually that are around China, as well as some European countries even like France. Then USA has 5 confirmed cases of virus spread. Australia has 4 cases. Watch this video till the end to know how actually where I'm going to share the information. Why is this serious? Could be a really big problem. Not the virus itself actually, but the problem with actually spread of information. There are so many rumors around this virus, and there are some reasonable rumors, and there are some crazy rumors. You know, one of my friends in the local messenger WeChat told me that the virus source was actually like it is government designed a virus, or government played some important role in this huge spread of virus, because government was trying to control the population of China, and especially of older generation, to control aging people population, because China, you know, now has a kind of demographic crisis. It's on the edge of the demographic crisis, when there are so many old people and not so many young people who are going to be taxpayers in the future, supporting those aging people by their taxes with retirement pension. This opinion actually expresses the view on this problem that since this virus is bringing effect, a deadly effect, only to people with preconditions such as people who are mostly old and have some health issues already, then it might be a special program of Chinese government. Personally, I don't believe it. I think it is a nonsense. First of all, because I have been living in China for 4 years already, and the first thing that amazed me, one of those things that amazed me really much, it was the fact how respectful the government and young people are to the older generation. So they have a great respect from all level. The actual source of virus was Wuhan's seafood market, and there is nothing. It doesn't have anything to do with seafood. Actually, the source is wild animals that were illegally sold on Wuhan's market. And now the hypothesis is that this is a virus that actually was transmitted from wild animals. There are some types of animals that have the virus which is very similar, and it actually has evolved and then been transmitted to people. And now actually it is confirmed that it's transmitted between people. It transmitted from human to human, and this is the biggest problem of this virus now. So this is the actual source of the virus. But to be honest, I'm not surprised that it happened. I'm not really surprised. First of all, because in China, people are they don't have much respect to the wildlife. This is really upsetting fact. For example, when I just pass by the street, sometimes even I just pass by the scrappers, the financial center of the city, I can see some villagers, that are coming from countrysides, who are selling wild ducks, wildlife ducks, wild frogs, wild turtles, wild snakes for eating. Basically, from my point of view, it is just paying off for this disrespect by Chinese people to wildlife. Don't get me wrong, not every person in China has disrespect to wildlife, but it is common. It is very common thing. They do disrespect wildlife here, and that's why the whole nation is going to pay for it now. Other types of rumors, they're actually expressing their opinions about the real situation in Wuhan, and they exist because of there are some people posting some stuff to disbalance the situation, to make it even worse. And one of those videos is like that.
这个电视那里报道的可怕多了，蛮多。他们医生出来的估计大概有10万人。我们今天那里10几个医生，一天都看了100多个，蛮多都已经不行了，没得位置住。然后加上这里的老说政府的不是说到你们那里治吗？但是政府让我们开始治，根本什么物资都没有。他们想办助燃都办不了。我觉得后续完全不行，我们在那里上一天班，整个人的心里都快崩溃了，都已经受不了了。他们在那求我们的时候，我们都一点办法都没得，就看到一个好生生的人，叫他慢慢的都不行。所以你们在屋里一定要做好防护，千万不要等到时相信政府，我觉得全部都要靠自己。
So the video is actually saying that the situation that the spread of the virus is is much worse than actually government allows us to know. That there are not few thousands of people are affected, but hundred thousands of people are affected, and there is a lack of supply of everything, medicines, masks, everything, and it's the huge mess there. Personally, I don't believe it at all. There are some people who do believe these rumors. They, there are always some people who tend to believe worse things, things to be worse than they actually are. What I think, why there are so many rumors about this situation? The reason is very important here. The reason is that, first of all, there is a quarantine zone, which is now locks down 60 million people, right? And then there is a great spread of this information in the mass media. Of course, some people will take advantage of this situation, maybe to produce some shocking news, to produce some shocking information. People who want to actually to get famous in a couple of minutes, they want to put all of these controversial information in the net. However, I believe there is a problem of supply. There is definitely a problem of supply of the respiratory masks in China today. You can, it's very difficult to buy any now. And me personally, I bought them before entering China. I bought them in Thailand. But it's a great opportunity for business to sell those masks now. I'm not sure whether it's socially responsible or not. There is also a problem of supply of this staple food in Wuhan, and I've seen many videos showing people fighting over the vegetables. There is even a problem of supply in Nanshan here, where there is no quarantine zone yet, and in one of our corner stores you cannot find basic things, like you cannot find basic vegetables, and it's a problem of supply. The question is whether it is caused by the virus spread, whether it is caused by a really quarantine zone, and I don't think so. It happens every year. Every year it is the same. When there is a Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, there are problems of supply of different food in stores and supermarkets. It's going on for a week or two, just because people, they don't work. This is a greatest holiday in China, so people, they don't work. The delivery services are stopped operating. Imagine if the city is locked down for quarantine. Of course there are more problems with supply. And even yesterday, the Nanshan is not locked down yet. Nanshan is not locked down yet, but when we were entering this downtown area, now on every highway there are groups of medical workers who check in the body temperature to basically to prevent entering the virus into the city. Hello. Hello.
后面有人吗？
有啊有有，打开了哈。好的。
Yeah.
好。
Look at this. Just before the entrance of the city,
可以了。
there are a group of
好，谢了
doctors
谢谢。
checking the body temperature. There are also some crazy viral videos that are absolutely out of context. For example, the video about people falling down.
杨子知道蛮好的，不要想染口罩的。看不见染口罩。
There are some cases where people falling down in the hospitals, and the problem is because now there's so much information and people have many fears about the virus spread. They basically the hospitals are packed. Even people have some small problems with like a little increase in the temperature. Some of them they go to hospital right away. So the hospitals are packed with patients, and they're standing in huge lines, and those who don't want to wait, they start pretending that they're falling down. They have a really big issues to be served as soon as possible. Below this video, please comment about other crazy rumors you've heard about the virus, and maybe other questions you have for me to clarify. I will try to reply your comments. I will try to make a new video if you are interested about this topic more, and if you just want to know anything more about life in China. But let's get back to virus itself. Is it as dangerous? From my point of view, okay, what is the statistics about the virus? Statistics says that today 4,500 people are infected, 7,000 are suspected, there are 100 deaths about, and 60 people are cured only. Compared to yesterday, there's a great increase in infections. Mostly of this increase happens in Wuhan and some close provinces. The number of deaths increased quite a lot, from 80 to 109 today. But the death rate, which is actually the number of people died over the number of people infected, is a very constantly stays on the level of 2%, which is very low compared to other kind of infections. However, the problem of rapid virus spread is going to be the most dangerous from my point of view. First of all, because this virus case happened in the Lunar New Year. This is the period when there is a greatest migration of people happening in the world. When actually Chinese people traditionally they have this tradition. They travel back to their original hometowns, home villages, where their parents live. So like few hundred millions of people travel these days. So that's why the spread of virus could be a really dangerous thing, only because of people traveling. And Chinese people today, like China is #1 country traveling around the world, only because of its huge population. In percentage, in the percentage of population, there are not so many people, but in number, the amount of people traveling around the world is really big. So that's why this is the big risk for greater spread of the virus around the world, and especially in China. And the first stage of the virus spread was because of people traveled back to their hometowns, home villages. But I'm expecting there's going to be a next stage of the virus when people will travel back to the places where they permanently work and live. And that's why Wuhan is locked down. That's why some places are locked down. And that's why today government actually increased the holiday, and now the holiday is going to be ended on the 2nd of February, which was 1 week earlier before. So the government is trying to let those people to stay a little bit longer, to find all infected people, then put them in the hospitals, and and then maybe to let them travel back. But another part of why this virus is so dangerous, only in terms of spread, only in terms of being transmitted to other people, it is because some people actually, they don't go to the hospitals even they have some problems and issues with their health. Why? Because they, first of all, they think that government is covering up some information. Government doesn't actually express everything about the virus, and they don't trust it, and they don't trust hospitals. And the second thing, from my point of view, the government actually is quite transparent in this case. In this particular case, government is very transparent. But the second point is that, and this is where I agree actually, the hospitals are the places where it is easier to get the virus than just sitting at your home. So I think the hospitals are most dangerous places today in terms of risk of getting this virus. If we talk about the virus itself, I don't think it is very dangerous for people, basically because mostly people who die, they had the preconditions before. Most of them, they're people who are old people. They have already they had problems already. There's some respiratory problems. Maybe they had a history of respiratory disease. Some of them, they had cardiovascular system problems. Some of them even had cancer. So most of people who are really badly affected by the virus are those actually who has lower immunity system. Because even in the USA alone, the common flu actually is a reason for around 20,000 people death every year. And not even though, like 35,000 people die. Yeah, 35,000 people every year die because of common flu in the USA alone. While 200,000 people are hospitalized because of common flu in the USA. So compared to that statistics, like this novel coronavirus is not a big deal actually. But anyway, you have to take some care of yourself. Like the government announces such rules of taking care of yourself, like washing hands after you come back to home, wearing masks, especially when you are in crowded places. Now there are not many crowded places in China. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Please comment, subscribe for this video, and then comment about what you would like to know more about the virus or about life in China. I'm busy in Asia. Happy to see you, and see you again, guys. Goodbye.